Awesome. Looks like we are live for another Facebook Live. God, I keep starting off wanting to know the name. I really got to decide on a name and own it. But, anyways, happy Thursday to you. If you're watching this live, happy Friday through Thursday. If you're watching a replay of this, Cindy, hey, good to see you on here. Thanks for waving, or thanks for saying hello. Let me just get these windows lined up a little bit more so I can better see. That should work. All right. Michael, Robin, everybody's on here. Carol's on here. Good to see you all on here. So be sure to say hello. Let me know where you. Oh, you don't have to do that. Let me know. Actually, let's do this. Favorite flavor of ice cream. Favorite flavor of ice cream. Let me know where you're logging from, or you don't even have to do that. Just say, let me know what your favorite flavor of ice cream is at the moment. Ice cream has been on my mind. So I made it a goal this year to go the entire year without any desserts. No cookies, no candy, no cupcakes, no cake, no ice cream, no pie, no cinnamon rolls, no donuts. And now that it's mid-October and it's getting closer to the 31st of December, I've been having some random fantasies about being reunited with chocolate peanut butter cup fudge. Not that I'm a big sweet eater, but you know what? I definitely do enjoy some tasty desserts every now and then. And I've passed by a few of them throughout this year that my heart definitely hurt as I passed it by. It was saying, "Oh, go to me." So anyway, share your favorite ice cream. Mine would definitely be chocolate peanut butter cup fudge. Something with chocolate and peanut butter is a winning combination. See a mint chocolate chip, black raspberry. I've never had black raspberry. Hey Beth, how you doing? Quick message for you today. So earlier today, I put a post up on my personal Facebook page, which if you're not following that one, be sure to do so, because I try to make it worthwhile to interact on the different ones and having content on each of them that's unique. But the post essentially said it's never too late to make the rest of your life the best of your life. And I wanted to speak to that for a moment today, just to give you some food for thought, something to marinate on, something to hold in your mind as you carry on through the rest of your day, wind down your day, get your day started, whatever that time is for you. Often in life, I think one of the greatest tragedies of life is the tragedy of deciding it's too late. And that's what I mean it when I say to decide, make a decision that it's too late, that too much time has passed. It's too late to do this. It's too late to do that. I'm too old for this. I'm not able to that. And often we will decide ourselves right out of something epic, something extraordinary, whether that be a relationship, a career, an invention, a hobby, a passion, a purpose, whatever that is, a family. We will often decide ourselves right out of those things because we decide it's too late, our time's passed, whatever the case may be. And nothing could be further from the truth. The only time it's ever too late for anything is when you decide it's too late. When you say, you know what, I can't, I'm unable to, throw in the towel, you give up, and you call it quits. That's when it's actually too late. And even then, if you wanted to change your decision, you would still have the opportunity to do so. One example that immediately comes to mind of this, who everybody knows, is Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, there's been different iterations of his story told over the years, and the one I'm most familiar with is when Colonel Sanders started Kentucky Fried Chicken. He was, I think he must have been 63, maybe. Somebody correct me if I'm off here. 63 years old, laying on his couch, collecting, I think, maybe some Social Security, a few $100, maybe $1,000 a month to live in kind of a shitty, rundown place. He had a beat-up car that barely worked. And he really wanted, he didn't know what was next. And his friends and family had encouraged him to try to do something with his chicken recipe. Everybody ran and raved on how wonderful his recipe was and that he should try to sell it. And so one day, Colonel Sanders hops in his old beat-up car that they're not even sure if it's going to run and takes off to try to push out his recipe. Now, you would think that with a name like KFC, everybody would come running to it. Not the case. He went to restaurant after restaurant, bar after bar, food place after food place, trying to get the recipe sold. And the deal he was proposing to people, as I understood it, is he would supply the ingredients and he would make the chicken. They just had to supply the kitchen and the cooking utensils. And then they would do a profit split. He would split it 50-50 with them. He just wouldn't have an opportunity to serve his chicken. No, 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 no. And he gets told hundreds, if not 1,000 times. The numbers always get exaggerated in those kinds of stories, but he was told a no a lot. No, so many times that most people would have quit and given up at that point, especially for somebody who was in their 60s and is well past the time where we think, oh, there's still time, or is well within the limits that we would say is too late, right? He's not a spring chicken, pun intended, since we're talking about KFC. Oh, I should pat myself on the back. That was pretty good. Oh, I really hope somebody else out there thought that was as funny as I did. Anyways, eventually somebody tells him yes, and he gets a deal to make the chicken. It's a huge hit. It sells out, and the guy says, I want you to come back and do it again. Well, pretty soon word starts to spread about this. And what ended up happening, as I understood it, was the person who, oh, good, I see some smiley, laughy faces in there. Thank you for that. What ends up happening, as I understood it, was the original restaurant that he sold it at. They didn't license it. They weren't business savvy enough to recognize that. But the word of it started to spread. And so eventually it went around, and now we have KFC with the Colonel Sanders that we all recognize around the world. It's a global brand. And that was somebody who started in his 60s. In his 60s. I was reading somewhere the other day that Morgan Freeman, I think, didn't get his first leading role until he's in his 50s. The world is so full that you look at Tom Brady in the NFL, he's in his 40s now, I believe. And he's still the best, if not one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And he's probably one of the best, if not the best quarterback of all time. Well past the time. Michael Jordan came back and played at an elite level in his late 30s, early 40s. There's so many stories about that. I was reading one the other day about another one who I think is extremely inspiring is her, and I'm going to butcher her last name, but I think it's Diana Nyad, 63 years old, I think, swam from Cuba to the Florida Keys, 160 some miles swim through jellyfish infested water. It took her however many hours. First person ever to do it, was told no, failed over and over again, 60 some years old. Considered one of the ultimate endurance feats to humankind. And it was done by somebody who was over in their 60s. In their 60s. So the point is this: it is never too late to make the rest of your life the best of your life. If there is something on your heart, there's something in your mind, an idea, a desire for more, a greater relationship, to finally live out that purpose. You have that whisper in your ear that's been there for a long time, that feeling that you're meant for something more. It is now is the best time that you've ever had at this point in time to take action to make it happen. It is never too late to have an extraordinary relationship, an amazing career, to invent the thing that's going to change the world, to pursue a passion that you've always wanted to pursue, right? It is never too late. History is filled with examples of it, and some of them are people that we celebrate today. It's just a matter if we decide to do something about it. What determines somebody's quality of life, in my opinion, what determines and what leads to fulfillment in life, is the people who listen to those whispers, the people who act on those feelings, the people who don't keep sitting back and saying it's too late for me, but the people who get up and say, you know what? The hell with what everybody else says. Now's my time. And if you're listening to this still, and if this message has resonated with you, now is your time. And I encourage you to seize the day, make the most of it, and capture this moment and start building on it, because your future is going to be exactly whatever you choose to make of it. And I would love to see you make the most of it. So before I say goodbye today, if you're someone who this resonates with, if you have this sense of purpose, wanting more in life, and you want to dive a little deeper and you need some help to realize it, send me a message on here. This is what I do for a living. I'm very good at helping people realize this, and I would love to be able to extend that help to you if need be. So that's what I have for you all today. It's getting really hot in here where I'm talking. I need to go sit in front of a fan. I got the sweat going. And I wish you all an extraordinary rest of your day, wherever you're at, morning, noon, or night. Remember, it's never too late. Now is your time. You can make the rest of your life the best of your life. So carpe diem, seize the day, seize this moment, and get started right now. Sending lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.